Hey, what's up guys? Kevin the Tech Ninja. And if you've been online anywhere, then you know that the S20 has been leaked to the point where it just isn't much that will shock you anymore. While looking at the leaks and speaking with other sources, I think the S20 Ultra 5G will be a true game changer. Let's first start with what we know about the device as far as specs. The Ultra is going to be a 6.9-inch AMOLED display. It will also be up to Quad HD resolution, and it does go up to 120 Hertz, but that is only at 1080p. I know what you're thinking, and we'll talk about that later in the video. Inside all the S20s, you'll have the Snapdragon 865 processor chipset, and the other regions will have the Exynos 990 chipset. It'll come with 512 or 128 gigabytes of storage with a micro SD card slot that can go up to 1 terabyte of storage. The non-Ultra would only have 128 gigabytes and no option for 512, but it will retain the SD card. 12 gigabytes of RAM will be the base for all the S20s, but the 512 gigabyte version of the S20 Ultra would have 16 gigabytes of RAM. You can expect a 5,000 milliamp battery, which is absolutely massive and insane. And it needs to be that with a phone this large, with this much memory, with this much RAM, and 5G connectivity. And so battery life is going to be something I'll be looking at very closely. On the camera side of things, this is where the Ultra takes off and separates itself from the rest of the pack, including the non-Ultra version. There is a 108 megapixel main camera. Yes, 108 megapixels. It has a 48 megapixel telephoto lens and a 12 megapixel ultra wide and TOF back cameras. 10x optical zoom, up to 100 times digital zoom, and up to 8K 30 frames per second video. Yes, 8K is a thing now, and this is absolutely ridiculous. 8K TVs are coming out, and now you have 8K content to watch on your 8K TV. God. For you selfie enthusiasts out there like Super Saf, you have a 40 megapixel wide front-facing camera and up to 4K 60 frames per second video recording. Spec-wise, this is the strongest camera around, not just on mobile, but in digital too. Obviously, sensor has a big role when it comes to this. The Pixel has shown us software has a major role in imagery as well. And there's a rumor that Samsung has completely redesigned the post-processing for the camera to adjust white balance and also sharpness. So back to the hertz on the screen, as there has been some debate about that. There has been a report that is, I would say almost a fact now, that 120 hertz will only work on 1080p resolution, while the Quad HD will be locked to 60 hertz, which for spec people, that comes to a punch in their gut. But let's rewind to the OnePlus 7 for a moment, and a lot of people, including myself, said they'd rather have this faster screen than higher resolution. At the end of the day, for most people, they need to figure out what's important, higher res or a faster screen. For me, I'll take the hertz any day. The phone will ship at 60 hertz and not 120. So for me, that sounds like 120 is actually going to take a lot of battery, and Samsung feels the need to sort of scale it back a little bit to give most users the best experience, which is going to be battery life. Overall, on paper, this is the strongest phone we have ever seen. I mean, Samsung is not shy by putting in great specs in a phone, but this jump has been insane. Now we're seeing this AirDrop competitor, and the ecosystem for Samsung is getting bigger. Is this going to be enough to take down the likes of the iPhone or even OnePlus when it comes to specs and performance? OnePlus is going to drop a phone really soon, and they're going to have one near holiday season. This is going to be a very interesting year for 2020. What are your thoughts? If you like this type of content, make sure you hit subscribe and like, and also hit the playlist to watch more videos. Kevin the Tech Ninja, take care.